नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिने इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी अशतदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय, गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय। राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय, राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जय राधा गिरधारी राधे, जय राधा गिरधारी राधे। जय राधा गोपीनाथ राधे, जय राधा गोपीनाथ राधे। बिहारी राधा रस बिहारी राधे। जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा। जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा। जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे। जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे। जय जय गुरुदेव 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 गुरुदेव। जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 प्रभुपाद। जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 प्रभुपाद। निताई गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। निताई गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। बोलो श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यमुना तीरे वनचारी यमुना तीरे वनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीम् उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च। श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितां तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकाकांत राधाकांत नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण। Welcome everyone in Bhagavad Gita class. So we are in chapter number 5, Karma Yoga, action in Krishna Consciousness. So we have discussed till 5.24. So today we'll start. We'll look at verse number 5.25. So in verse number 5.24 we have seen verse number 5.24 योऽन्तः सुखोऽन्तर आरामस् तथान्तर ज्योतिरेव च सा योगी ब्रह्म निर्वाणं ब्रह्मभूतोऽधिगच्छति। One whose happiness is within, who is active and rejoices within, and whose aim is inward, is actually the perfect mystic. He is liberated in the Supreme and ultimately he attains the Supreme. Because the one who enjoys inside, not hankering for outside material enjoyment, he is the perfect mystic yogi. So Krishna is telling Arjuna, oh Arjuna, the one whose happiness is within is actually happy, is actually a perfect yogi. Okay, so that is the part of 5.24. Tolerate the urges of senses and control desires and anger by acquiring higher taste. The one who is enjoying inside, it means what? He has higher taste in the spiritual things, not in material things. So once you start enjoying in spiritual things, the taste of material things will be automatically reduced. Okay, so that is called higher taste. So wherever you have higher taste, automatically you will be attracted towards that. So that is the point of thinking, that where actually you have to enjoy. Okay, so you have to think about that. Why to tolerate? In 5.24 it is said that duties of transcendentalist 5.23 tells about why to tolerate, and 5.24 tells about how to tolerate. How you can tolerate? You have to develop the higher taste. Because by default we are in this material world, we get higher taste in the sense enjoyment. What is sense enjoyment? The material things, the things which are available, the objects which are available in the material world. And whatever activity you perform, it belongs to three modes of material nature. So in material world, everything is contaminated. Wherever you attach, you get bewildered, and it is very difficult to come out of that. Okay, so you have to develop here is the question of higher taste. Where you have higher taste, so you have to develop higher taste in spiritual things instead of material things. Okay, so that stage is known as Brahma Bhut stage. What is the Brahma Bhut stage? Brahma Bhut stage means enjoying within oneself. To enjoy happiness by factual experience within. And those who are in Brahma Bhuta stage, they are not interested in material external happiness. Okay, there are 6 urges of senses. What are these? 6 urges, forces of senses, 6 urges: genitals, speech, anger, tongue, stomach, mind. And what is our duty? We have to control the forces of desire and anger. Patiently tolerate the urges of material senses. You have to tolerate. It is not like that I need something in material life, so we just jump into that. No, you have to keep patience, try to control. That is the job of a transcendentalist. The one who is able to control his senses is known as transcendentalist. So material desires, if an unsatiated creator angers. If you want to get something in material life, in material world, and you don't get it, what will happen? Anger will arise. Okay, and this anger will contaminate your senses, your mind, your intelligence, everything will be bewildered. And so right from beginning you have to control the senses, the urges of senses, the forces of senses. So mind, eye and chest becomes agitated. Once anger arises, mind, eyes, chest becomes agitated. Okay, and that is the start of bewilderment. If you are able to control the senses, this stage will never come. It will never happen. Okay, so now we have seen 5.24. Now we will see 5.25. Karma Yoga, action in Krishna Consciousness, chapter number 5, verse number 25. लभन्ते ब्रह्म निर्वाणं ऋषयः क्षीणकल्मषाः छिन्नद्वैधायतात्मानः सर्वभूतहिते रताः. So those who are beyond the dualities that arise from doubts, whose minds are engaged within, who are always busy working for the welfare of all living beings, and who are free from all sins, achieve liberation in the Supreme. So there are 2-3 qualities: those who are free from doubts, and those who are always engaged in the welfare of others, and those who are liberated from sinful activity. Those who are away from sinful activity, they are actually liberated. Okay, so here 3 qualities Krishna is telling. Lord Krishna, Supreme Lord Krishna, who is Supreme Proprietor, is giving knowledge to Arjuna that, O Arjuna, the one who is free from doubts, the one who is always busy in the service of Lord, in the service of others' welfare, and who are free from all sins, they are actually called liberated. Okay, so they engage in purifying external activities by working for the benefit of others. They always engage themselves in the benefit of others. Their activity belongs to not self enjoyment. Their activity belongs to others' enjoyment. They work for Krishna's enjoyment. They work for devotees' enjoyment. Why do they work for Krishna's enjoyment? Because Krishna is the ultimate enjoyer. Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. Krishna possesses the reservoir of enjoyment. So Krishna possesses all six opulences. So all six opulences belongs to Krishna only. So now who is the actual enjoyer now? Krishna, because everything belongs to Krishna. We are working for Krishna. Everyone is working for Krishna. Okay, so the one who is working for Krishna will never get contaminated. And the one who is working for himself, I am working to get lot of benefit, lot of profit, I will enjoy. So that intention itself is wrong. Okay, so you have to control these things. Okay, how they engage in welfare activities? Because they are qualified. Why? What is the qualification for engaging in welfare activities? How you can work in the service of Krishna? How you can work in the for the benefit of others? For that qualification is required. Without qualification you cannot work. Like a transcendentalist only can think of absolute Krishna. So Krishna is absolute. Krishna is a Purna Purushottam. He is a Purna Bhagavan. He is known as a Purna Bhagavan. He is complete. Only Krishna is complete in this world. And he will always be complete. Okay, suppose you have 100 rupees, you share with some person 10 rupees, it remains 90 rupees with you. But Krishna, if Krishna possesses 100 rupees and gives 10 rupees to someone else, still Krishna has 100 rupees. So in a spiritual world, there is no plus and minus. There is no minus, only plus is there. There is no subtraction, addition. Whatever Krishna has, will always have the same thing. And he always distributes also. But Krishna's reservoir never gets empty. So it is such a big reservoir, you can say. Okay, it never. So he is beyond the dualities that arise from doubts. So what is the qualification for engaging in welfare activities? He is beyond the dualities that arise from doubts. He never has doubt. He knows everything in and out. So he is satisfied, he is happy. Why? Because he is totally 100% dependent on only Krishna. So he has faith on Krishna. The one who has faith on Krishna will never get bewildered. So it is the duty of Krishna. It is the duty of Krishna. The Krishna is the supreme facilitator. No one else can facilitate like Krishna. So Krishna is the greatest facilitator. So whatever you ask from Krishna, Krishna will give you. And Krishna gives so easily, except bhakti. Krishna gives everything to devotees, everything to living entities. Whatever they want, whatever they desire, you just ask once, Krishna will give you. But Krishna will not give bhakti so easily. Okay, so qualification of engaging in welfare activities is he is beyond the dualities that arise from doubts. So he has no doubt. Why he has no doubt? Because he is related with Krishna. So wherever Krishna is there, demons in the form of doubts will not be there. That's why the one who is engaged in welfare activities of others, the one who is working for benefit of others, will never have doubt. Okay, so mind is engaged within. His mind is engaged within. Thus, one is free from all sins and achieve Brahma Nirvana stage or liberation in the Supreme. That stage is known as Brahma Bhut stage. So, what is the Brahma Bhut stage? The one who is happiness within. The one who is happy within himself. Means he is not searching for enjoyment in the material world, in the material object, in the material sense environment. He is happy, his happiness is within. Okay. Now, what is the highest welfare work? The highest welfare work is to revive the forgetfulness of Krishna, being the supreme enjoyer, proprietor and well-wisher. So, Krishna is the only supreme well-wisher of the living entities. Okay, sometimes in our daily life, people think, no, he has done good for me, so he is God for me. It was the will of Krishna that he did good things about you. So it is the mercy of Krishna, whatever is happening in the present, whatever happened in the past and whatever will happen in the future. It is the mercy of Krishna only. It is all because of Krishna. So you have to give credit to Krishna, not to your relatives, to your friend. Because of Krishna's mercy only it is happening. Okay, so who can engage in such welfare work? One cannot engage in such first class welfare without being liberated in the Supreme. So if your happiness is within, you are a Krishna conscious person, then you can work for the benefit of others. Otherwise it is very difficult. It is very difficult, and it is actually Brahma Bhut stage. This stage is known as Brahma Bhut stage. So if you are in Brahma Bhut stage, then only you can work for the benefit of others. So you have to accept Krishna consciousness. So what is the imperfect understanding of welfare activities? Physical welfare or temporary relief of external body and mind. Okay, someone helps you, okay, he helped me, he is God for me. Okay, something you get. Suppose you are sick, you take the medicine and you are okay now, you are fine now. You think that, oh, because of this medicine I got. Yeah. So physically it looks like that you got well because of this medicine, but it was the mercy of Krishna who availed medicine for you. Somewhere someone in the form of Krishna came to you, gave you medicine, proper medicine. Okay, there are cases after taking medicine also people are not getting well. What is the problem? There is mercy of Krishna is not there. So, the mercy of Krishna should be there for any good thing. If anything happening good, it is the mercy of Krishna. Okay, so that is the thing. Yeah, so this is the verse number 5.25. Engages in purifying external activities by working for the benefit of others. So whatever you have, whatever activity you do it for others, for the benefit of others, not for your benefit. And who can work for the benefit of others? The one who is transcendentalist. The one who has faith on Krishna only can become transcendentalist, and he can work for the benefit of others. So this is the 5.25. So labhante brahma nirvanam rishaya china kalmasha छिन्न द्वैधायत आत्मानः सर्वभूत हिते रताः. So this is the 5.25. Now 5.26. काम क्रोध विमुक्तानां यतीनां यत चेतसां अभितो ब्रह्म निर्वाणम वर्तते विदितात्मनाम। काम क्रोध विमुक्तानाम यतीनाम यतचेतसाम अभितो ब्रह्म निर्वाणम वर्तते विदितात्मनाम। Okay. So, those who are free from anger and all material desires, who are self-realized, self-disciplined, and constantly endeavoring for perfection, are assured of liberation in the Supreme in the very near future. Okay, so what is the quality? The one who is free from anger and all material desires, who are self-realized, who are self-disciplined, and who are constantly endeavoring for the perfection, they are assured of liberation in the Supreme in the very near future. It means your future is bright. If you have no anger, if you have control on anger, if you have control on desires, if you are self-realized, if you are very, very self-disciplined and constantly endeavoring for the perfection. If you are trying for perfection, I want to become perfect, I want to become perfect, and you are working for that. So it is the mercy of Krishna will shower on you, and one day you will be able to control everything. Everything will be in control. That is the mercy of Krishna. So, what is the highest welfare work? What is the highest work? So, engage in welfare activities. How you can engage in highest welfare activities? That is the 5.26. Okay. So, by fixed meditation on Supersoul, one soon attains liberation in near future. So, what you have to do? You have to meditate on unto the lotus feet of Krishna. And Krishna, if you do this, the shower of mercy, shower of Krishna in the form of mercy will come, and you will be able to control, everything will be in control. So, what is the Brahma Nirvana? Brahma Nirvana means stage of absence of material miseries due to being constantly immersed in the Supreme. So, what is the Brahma Nirvana stage? It means your happiness is within. You are self-satisfied. You are not searching for enjoyment, happiness outside in the material object, in the sense enjoyment, in the sense objects. So, 24 hours, every moment, if you are meditating on Supersoul, how you can do that? You relate all your activities with Krishna. Suppose you are going to perform some activity, you think that I am working for Krishna. It is the will of Krishna that I am doing this. Whatever profit I will get, it belongs to Krishna. Whatever loss I will get, it belongs to Krishna. So this is called complete meditation. Having faith on Krishna. Having faith on Krishna means having faith on Supersoul. Okay, so the meditation should be Krishna Consciousness meditation. So Krishna Conscious person is the best of all salvationists. Why? Because effective control of senses is done by focusing on lotus feet of Lord, which uproots all the deep grown desires of fruitive activities. So if you are in Krishna consciousness, your all senses will be controlled. You will be focused onto the lotus feet of Krishna, which uproots all the deep grown desires of fruitive acts. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, 22nd chapter, 39th verse, it is said, Yad pad pankaj palasha vilasha bhaktya karmashayam gratitam udgrathyanti santah Tadvanna rikta matayo yatayo piruddha sroto ganasatam aranam bhajavasudevam. Just try to worship in devotional service Vasudeva, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Vasudeva is actually Supreme Personality of Godhead. Even great sages are not able to control the forces of senses as effectively as those who are engaged in transcendental bliss by serving the lotus feet of the Lord, uprooting the deep grown desire for fruitive activities. Okay, so you have to control your senses. If you control your senses, automatically you will be meditating on Krishna. If you meditate on Krishna, your all senses will be controlled. No anger. So no anger, so no bewilderment. Forget about that. Okay, so Krishna conscious meditation, always you are cooking Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Whatever activity you are performing, just remember Krishna. Just remember Krishna. You are taking bath, do bhajan. You are preparing, you are cooking, do bhajan. You are doing any activity, do bhajan. You are eating, you can remember Krishna. You are eating Krishna Prasada. So by eating Krishna Prasadam, you can remember Krishna. You are playing with your child. If you want to have a child, remember Krishna. So Krishna will appear in the form of child. If Krishna himself appears in the form of child, you can enjoy throughout your life. You can keep your children's name in the name of Krishna. So whenever you call your child, you are remembering Krishna. So you have to think how you can remember Krishna, how you can remember, how you can call out multiple times Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Okay, so that is known as Krishna Consciousness meditation. And if you do this, you are assured of liberation. So one is assured liberation by being free from anger and all material desires. No anger, no material desire, liberation is fixed. And by being self-realized, self-disciplined and constantly endeavoring for perfection. So, if you are constantly endeavoring for perfection, you are self-disciplined, you are self-realized, 101%, all the senses will be controlled and you will get liberation one day. Like our yogis, munis, get the liberation. They are always meditating on Krishna. Krishna, oh Krishna, Krishna, oh Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. All time they are just doing kirtana. Doing kirtana means taking the name of Lord. Okay, like how they meditate? Like we have seen the tortoise. How tortoise meditate? How tortoise brings offspring? Tortoise brings offspring simply by meditation. The fish brings offspring simply by meditation. So, how they bring their offspring? Tortoise brings offspring simply by meditation. The eggs are laid on land and tortoise meditate on eggs while in the water. He is not near the egg. He is away from egg. Egg is on land and tortoise is in the water. So tortoise meditate in the water and brings offspring. Okay, so these are the few secrets that we are not aware about it. Okay, then this is the tortoise. Now next fish. How fish brings offspring? The fish brings up its offspring simply by looking at them. And the third is bird. Birds maintain their offspring by touching. Okay, so they can sit on their eggs. They touch their eggs. And this touch means meditation. They are meditating on egg. By touching, they are meditating. By looking, they are meditating. And tortoise meditate in the water itself, while eggs are on land. Similarly, devotee in Krishna consciousness, although far away from the Lord's abode. Where is the Lord's abode? It is far away. Golok Vrindavan Dham is far away from this material thing. So devotees always remember Krishna. They meditate on Krishna. If they meditate on Krishna, Krishna is there. Okay, one day someone asked to Prabhupada, "Oh Prabhupada, what is the duty of Bhagavan, Supreme Lord Krishna? What is he doing all time?" So Prabhupada replied, he always saw his devotees. He always run to the devotees according to the will and think of Krishna. Whatever devotee desires, Krishna fulfills. Devotee remembers Krishna is there. Okay? Although we know that Krishna is everywhere. Aham sarvasya prabhu. Mattah sarvam pravartate. So Krishna is everywhere. You just remember he is there. So Krishna always fulfills the desire of his devotees. If devotee remember Krishna, devotee call Krishna, Krishna is there. Okay, so Krishna runs according to the will of Krishna, will of devotees. Okay, then summary of characteristics of an enlightened, liberated Karma Yogi. There is one more verse to cite an analogous example of this, that like 4.22 to 0.39. Darshana Dhyana Samparshir Matsya Kurma Vihangama Swani Apatyani Pushnanti Tathaham Api Padmaja. By vision, by meditation, and by touch, only do the fish, the tortoise, and the birds maintain their offspring. So, tortoise brings their offspring by meditation while in the water, being in the water, whereas eggs on land. Fish can bring their offspring only just by looking at them, and bird can bring their offspring only by touching. So these are all meditation. Similarly, a Krishna consciousness person can meditate on abode of Krishna, Golok Vrindavan Dham, which is far away from here. Just being here, they can meditate and they can get liberated, and they can go to the Golok Vrindavan Dham by performing the devotional service, by meditating on Krishna's abode. Okay, so now there is given summary of characteristics of an enlightened, liberated Karma Yogi, given in Bhagavad Gita 5.17 to 5.26. Okay, so we will summarize quickly, then we will go ahead. 5.27 to 28. Okay, summary of Bhagavad Gita 5.17 to 5.26. So, if in 5.18 to 22, vision of a self-realized soul. What is the vision of a self-realized soul? 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. In 5.18, equal vision to all living entities, irrespective of species and caste. Irrespective of any species, any caste. The one who is a liberated soul will look at everyone with the same vision. Whether it is an elephant, whether it is a chandala, human being, brahmana, Shudra, Vaishya, Kshatriya, everyone, to everyone, his vision is same. Because he knows that in every living entity, Lord is residing in the form of Supersoul. Okay, so in 5.19, no attraction, aversion to matter. Thus, he is flawless and impartial like the Lord. In 5.19, Krishna has told that there is no attraction, aversion to matter. He is not attracted, not averted, both. There is no hatred, there is no love. Okay, so he looks with the same vision to everyone. Thus, he is flawless and impartial like the Lord. So, a devotee, like Lord is impartial, devotees are also impartial. So, this is a quality which comes from Lord himself, impartiality. Okay, so the one who is devoted to Krishna, Krishna will share his qualities to him. If you go to the Golok Vrindavan Dham, every Krishna having the 4 arms, and the people, the devotees who are residing in the abode, they look like Krishna. So it is very difficult to identify who is actually Krishna. Everyone looks like Krishna only. Okay, so that is given in 5.19. Then in 5.20, intelligence fixed in self, and one knows the signs of God. Okay, so the one whose intelligence is fixed means he knows God, who is absolute truth. Then in 5.20, it is also told that no rejoicing, lamenting for material events, no hatred, no love, no rejoicing, lamenting, no duality is there. The one who is fixed within himself is away from duality. Then in 5.22, never attracted to sense gratification. So they are fixed in Krishna. Their focus is onto the lotus feet of Krishna. So they never attracted to sense gratification. Then in 5.23-26, internal and external behavior, activities of a self-realized soul. So 5.23 talks about tolerate the forces of desires and anger and urges of sense till death. Okay, so tolerating the urges of senses is very much required. Otherwise, these urges of senses will destroy our life. How they can tolerate? How a devotee can tolerate? By focusing his happiness, activities and goals inward. Means higher taste is inward. Higher taste is not outer, in the outward things. Higher taste is in inside things. He is happy within himself. If I say he is happy within himself, this is the quality of a devotee. This is the quality of a transcendentalist. And 5.25 talks about purifying his external activity by working for the benefit of others. If you think for others. If you think for benefit of others. If you start thinking benefit of yourself, then it will contaminate. Anger will arise and you will be bewildered completely. You will be lost. Okay, so that's why if you are working, work for others. Work for the benefit of others. So, in 5.26 it is told meditation on Supersoul soon attains liberation in near future. If you start meditating on Krishna, one day you will be liberated. In future you will be liberated. So, this is the summary of 5.17 to 26. Now, summary of section E, next section, 5.27 to 5.28. So, liberation through Astanga Yoga, a preview. one can become, it is told in 5:27-28, one can become free from desire, fear and anger, fully liberated through Astanga Yoga. So Astanga Yoga is very much beneficial. Okay, so one can become free from all desire, fear and anger, fully liberated by doing Astanga Yoga. Then Karma Yoga in action in Krishna Consciousness 5.27 and 28. We will see the introduction of Astanga Yoga. Sparshan kritva bahirbahyans चक्षुषैवान्तरे भ्रुवो प्राणापानो समो कृत्वा नासाभ्यन्तरचारिणो यतेन्द्रियमनोबुद्धिर् मुनिर्मोक्षपरायणः विगतेच्छाभयक्रोधो यः सदा मुक्त एव स. Shutting out all external sense objects, shutting out all external sense objects, keeping the eyes and vision concentrated between the two eyebrows. How to do Astanga Yoga? Suspending the inward and outward breaths within the nostrils, and thus controlling the mind, senses and intelligence. The transcendentalist, aiming at liberation, becomes free from desire, fear and anger. One who is always in this state is certainly liberated. So the one who is doing Astanga Yoga, what is Astanga Yoga? You are stopping your breath within the inward and outward breath in the nostril. Okay, so if you follow the Astanga Yoga, you will get liberated one day. So Supersoul realization. How Supersoul realization can be done? Using Astanga Yoga. People generally think spirituality to be in action. Sitting somewhere in forest to be more spiritual than working in Karma Yoga. Lord Krishna makes the point that there is no difference between Karma Yoga and Astanga Yoga. So the one who is sitting in forest is performing Astanga Yoga, and the one who is in material world can do Karma Yoga. So Lord Krishna is clarifying that there is no difference between Astanga Yoga and Karma Yoga. Okay, so if you are a devotee, you will be liberated. If you are performing Astanga Yoga, then also you will be liberated. Okay, so by Astanga Yoga there is super soul realization, and by doing devotional service you can realize Bhagwan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Astanga Yoga, 8 steps. The 8 steps of Astanga Yoga: Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. These are the 8 steps of Astanga Yoga: Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana and Samadhi. How to perform Astanga Yoga? Shutting out all external sense objects, keeping eyes and vision concentrated between the two eyebrows. You have to concentrate between the two eyebrows. Suspending the inward and outward breaths within the nostrils, and thus controlling the mind, senses and intelligence. The transcendentalist, aiming at liberation, becomes free from desire, fear and anger. Okay, so if you do this, if you perform Astanga Yoga, you will be away from desire, fear and anger. So this is very important factor. Desire, fear and anger. If you perform Astanga Yoga, you will be away from this. If you perform devotional service, you will be away from this. Desire, fear and anger. And Krishna Consciousness is easiest form of yoga. Bhakti Yoga is the easiest form of yoga. Krishna conscious person always engaged in devotional service, doesn't risk losing his senses to some other engagement. So if you are cooking, cook for Krishna. If you are working some duty, some activity, do it for Krishna. If you are eating, eat Krishna prasadam. If you are talking, talk about Krishna. If you are thinking, think about Krishna. If you are wandering here and there, go to temple, go to the holy places. If you are smelling, smell the tulsi leaves. Okay, if you are discussing, discuss about Krishna. Okay, by doing all these things, you can remember Krishna always. Realization in Krishna consciousness, one can immediately understand one's spiritual position. When you can realize Krishna, if you meditate on Krishna, if you are fixed within happiness, one can understand the Supreme Lord by devotional service only. Krishna will reveal himself to his devotees. So one is qualified to feel the presence of Lord everywhere. If you are performing devotional service, so devotional service itself is the eligibility of seeing Lord everywhere. Lord is present everywhere. So if you are a transcendentalist, you are in Krishna consciousness, you are performing devotional service, Krishna is there with you always. Now what is the overview of Astanga Yoga? Astanga Yoga is also known as Patanjali Yoga system. It was given by Patanjali Muni. So Hatha Yoga system and Sanyama. Hatha Yoga system is what? Yam, Niyam, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. Okay, so these are the 8 activities, 8 steps of Astanga Yoga. Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana and Samadhi. So in Yama we have 5 restraints. Ahimsa, non-hurting. What is it? Ahimsa, the meaning of ahimsa is non-hurting. And in Niyama there are 5 observances, 5 restraints: ahimsa, satya, asteya and brahmacharya. Aparigraha, non-possessiveness. Brahmacharya, sensory control. Asteya, non-stealing. Satya, non-lying. And niyamas, there are 5 observances: Saucha, purity; Santosh, contentment; Tapas, austerity; Swadhyay, study; Ishvara, pranidhana, surrender. Okay, so you have to surrender unto the lotus feet of Krishna. Okay, so this is the part of Niyama. Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, these are the part of Yams. Then comes Asana. Asana is the poses, different poses. Okay, like people perform the yoga. Then Pranayama is the breathing exercise. Control of vital force, prana, apana, samana, udana, vyana. So these are the different kinds of vayu. Okay, so this is, if you are controlling your breathing, it is the part of pranayama. Okay, so performing pranayama is also good for health. Okay, then comes pratyahara, withdrawal of the senses. Pratyahara means tyag. Tyag means you withdraw your senses from the material things, because material things looks good but they are not actually good for us. So you have that is the part of pratyahara. Then dharana. Dharana means concentration. Concentrate. Whatever your activity you are doing, concentrate. Okay, this is the 6th stage. Then 7th is dhyana, meditation. Then comes samadhi, spiritual absorption. So Samadhi is the ultimate last final step, spiritual absorption, where you are lost. You don't care about your body. Okay, that stage is known as you are actually in trance. That is known as Samadhi. Okay, so that is the spiritual absorption. That is the 8 steps of Astanga Yoga: Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, and Samadhi. Then comes 5.29, peace formula on the platform of liberation. A person in full consciousness of Krishna, who knows Krishna as the supreme controller and the benefactor and well-wisher of all living entities, attains peace from the pangs of material desires. Okay, so 5.29, Bhoktaram yagatapasham sarvaloka maheshwaram suhridam sarvabhutanam gyatva mam santi marichyati. So a person in full Krishna consciousness of me, to be the ultimate beneficiary of all sacrifices and austerities, the supreme lord of all planets and demigods, and the benefactor and well-wisher of all living entities, attains peace from the pangs of material miseries. Okay, so Krishna is saying a person who is in full Krishna consciousness of Krishna, who knows Krishna as the supreme. If you have faith on Krishna, you believe on Krishna, you understand that Krishna is the supreme controller, Krishna is the supreme benefactor. So whatever we are getting in this our life, it is all because of mercy of Krishna. Krishna wants, that's why we can have all these things. Otherwise, without the mercy of Krishna, we cannot have all these material things in our life. It is very, very difficult. And it is the point of understanding. Now we need to understand over here that Krishna is the ultimate well-wisher of the material things. Okay, so verse number 5.29 talks about the peace formula. What is the peace formula? So in chapter 5, a practical application of Krishna consciousness explains how Karma Yoga can give liberation. Okay, so in Krishna is telling in 5.27 to 28 about Astanga Yoga. Now, and in verse number 29, Krishna is telling what is the peace formula. Krishna is telling Arjuna that, oh Arjuna, what is the peace formula? The one who knows that I am the ultimate enjoyer, I am the ultimate controller. So Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. He is the ultimate enjoyer. We get something in our material life, we are happy. But we don't understand that it is the mercy of Krishna that we have this material thing. So when we start thinking like this, our understanding changes, then slowly you start going towards the transcendental life. You will be liberated in near future. So what is the highest perfection of life? Only devotional service can award peace to the human being, no other thing. Don't worship any human being. People are there, someone gives some money or 1 lakh rupees, 2 lakh rupees, they think that he is the God. No, it is not like that. It is the mercy of Krishna that he gave you. So Krishna, he has become the instrument, but ultimate controller is Krishna. It was the will of Krishna, because of that you are having this. So highest perfection of life, only devotional service can award peace to the human being, no other way. Okay, so Karma Yoga, action in full knowledge, to work in Krishna consciousness. Okay, so we'll stop over here. Then we'll 5.29 we'll see next time. If you have any question, you can ask. No questions, so we'll stop over here. We'll end the meeting. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Vansha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavabhyo namo namah. Hare Krishna.